Can you see it?
Yes, I can see it. Yeah, Hitesh.
Okay, great. So now let's start with the we will so basically this is the course actually designed for everybody who is not even like ever used SAP. Okay, so usually I start with like how what is SAP, what is the structure, what is the consultant role, okay, and what are the implementation, how does the implementation project look like all the methodologies like ASAP or the other ways of implementation. So we discuss all of that like initially, and then how does a support project look like? Okay, so I guess this initial part we are like, we won't be needing for both of you, right? But yeah, then this one thing that I also teach some of them like how you can use the AI tools out there to learn in a better and faster way as compared to the traditional ways that were there. So some additional help they can get from there. So, considering all of that, and since you have already experience for this, maybe we won't be needing this much. Okay, so we'll be starting directly from this part, majority of the core of the start. Okay, so we'll start with the master data. Now, just to ask you guys a question, okay, like so that you can also understand the reasoning behind all of this. So let's say you have to start an organization from tomorrow. Okay, you are thinking that okay, I'm going to start a company from tomorrow. What is the first decision that you are going to take? Like, what is that first thing that you will decide?
Maybe I'll start looking on like, are you asking from the production planning perspective, or it's like just a generic? If I start a company tomorrow, how I'm gonna go
Just
with it?
product specific. Yeah,
Okay,
product
product
specific.
specific. So first I'm gonna make sure like what I'm gonna produce. Maybe it's a salsa, maybe we're
Correct.
manufacturing sauce or anything. So I'm gonna list all the materials that I need for that.
Correct. Correct. Wait. Wait. Let's go step by step. Okay. So the first thing that you said, we are going to decide the product. Correct.
Yeah.
Let's say you are making a pen. Okay, for example. Now with
Yes.
that pen, you let's say you are completely new. You just don't know anything. So what the first you have decided the pen. What will be the next step after that? Next logical step. Like I'm guessing like you guys are engineers as well or not?
Yeah.
Make sure you're an engineer. Okay.
Yes. Yes. I have
Josh, you
done.
are also engineer. If not, like okay, that's fine. But yeah, go ahead. Think from that perspective. You are remove your all of your SAP experience aside right now. Just think from that perspective. You have to make something. What is going to be your next step? Next step you are going to
Uh,
make a pen. You decided. What is the next thing after that?
mm, how will I make it? Like, I've decided I need to pick a pen. Then how will I make it? And yeah,
Where does
that
that come from?
maybe we
What is
have
the
some like
process to reach there?
maker. Yeah, maybe I'll list down the
Okay.
steps. Like, hey, first I will get
No,
the
no.
plastic for the pen.
Hmm. Okay. What is the
And
process to reach to that stage?
mm,
There's a term for it,
mm,
which we forget at times.
okay. Mm, I'm just trying to think of it. Maybe I'll procure the materials.
Hmm.
Maybe that's the thing.
Yeah, all of that is later. That is a
Mm.
very later stage. There is another
Oh,
thing which needs to be done before that. Yeah. George, anything from you? Any guesses? George, anything from you?
No, 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 it's fine until here.
Okay. So, I see. We have to do the. Just give me a moment. Yes, I guess my daughter woke up and she wants to interact with me. Yeah. So what I was saying that the when you start a product, right, you have to do the first R&D for it, right? That's where you will get to know all those questions, answers to all those questions, which material to be used, how much you need to be used, and also what the process needs to be done. Correct? That's what we call
Yes.
R&D, research and development. That's what the first thing we need to do as an engineer. Correct? We cannot
Yes.
just randomly say like what material you do. Okay, let's say you decide that material.
Mm,
What if that material is not available? What if that material is very high in price? What if that material is not good looking? Right? So you have to consider all those things, do a repetitive checks, testings, and then come to a design.
mm.
Right?
Yes.
Which is going to be
Yes.
used for your next steps. And while you do this, okay, document in industry which is actually used or which is you can say the outcome of a design. Okay, in the design itself it is mentioned, and that is known as bill of material.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm,
and that bill of material is basically your list of materials. Okay, I'll just
mm,
quickly show you. So that material is your that bill of material will have a list of all the materials such as like raw materials and any packaging and all those things which you need basically you will mention there. Okay, and that we call in SAP, and when we convert it into SAP we call it as a material master. Okay,
mm.
all right. So
Yes.
we can get raw materials, semi-finished metals, all of that, but there are some additional materials also, right, that you need, and you have to maintain a centralized information of it in SAP. So that's why in SAP we call it as material master. Okay,
Yes.
and all of those materials that you are using to produce that finished product, like in our case pen, you have to
Yes.
ensure that you fix the quantity of all the materials as well. Correct? If you don't
Yes.
fix the quantity, what will happen? Let's say you have designed a car, okay, and in that car you said, okay, it will have tires, but you forgot to mention how many tires. So when you are producing, you might produce a car with three tires, since you have not mentioned it, right? So the quantity itself is very important. It's a very, very important thing to mention whenever you are fixing something or making something. Make sense so far, Mahesh, George?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now, once you have got like hang of what is the materials you need, what is the quantity you need, then another question of a quantity you need to ask. Okay, that question is how much you are going to produce. Okay, and now you will be wondering how does that help? So that help in choosing the machines for us. Okay, let's say if you are making 100 pens a day with that same setup, can you produce 1000 pens a day? That's the question for you guys.
Maybe or maybe not,
How
because we're
look,
not sure.
think how much ahead we are going. See, let's say you have initially started a setup that you are working with making like let's say 10 for 100 pens in a day. With that same
Yes.
setup, you can go to maximum like let's say 150 or maximum 200. Like you can go 2x maximum to maximum. With any setup cannot go 10x, right?
Yes. True.
So to go 10x, you will have to like change your complete setup, right? You will have to like literally at each stage, everything has to be 10x. Your manpower should be 10x. Your handling, your machinery, your storage locations. I mean, where you will be keeping all the materials after producing, right? Everything has to
Yes.
be 10x. literally. Then only you can accommodate that, right? So
True.
since you do not have any like clarity, if you do not have any clarity how much you are going to make, you will never be able to decide which machines, which like you can say, which machines or which setup you need to make. The decision of buying the machine will be based on how much you are going to make. It's similar to like how much food you are going to make, right? If you are making for 5-10 people, maybe you can make your home, whatever in available in your home utensils, but whatever is there, you can use it, right? But the moment you shift the numbers from like 10 to 100 people, you cannot make it home, right? It's just like the equipment needed for that is really big usually, and that you cannot just simply keep it at home, right? So it's a similar
True.
thing. Now, so when you decide how much you are going to make, that will help us to select the machine plus your number of laborers or the people you need as well. Okay, both type of capacity can be decided with the help of this machine, and that machine is represented in SAP with the name work centers. Okay, or resources.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
clear so far? Any
Yes.
questions, Mahesh, George?
Uh, so I have a question. So work centers are basically the resources that we need for making a product. In short, is
Correct.
that is what a work center is? And that
Yes.
resource can be manpower, that resource can be machinery, that resource can
Mm.
be the quantity of goods we need and everything.
No, no, not quantity of goods. Like it can
Okay.
be group of machines. It can be a station where everything is happening. Okay, so imagine like anything which is producing or some work is happening. That can be a work center.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it. Yep.
even if a person is just standing on a station, just like make putting up just a sticker, that is also a work center. Okay,
Okay. Got it.
Hmm. George, any questions from you?
Not in this moment.
Okay. Now going ahead, the next thing that we have is the process. Okay. Finally, everything is set. The materials quantity means like how much you are going to make your machines and everything. Everything is set. Then you finally come to the process part. Okay. What is the process? Process is your final amalgamation of everything that you have seen so far, like bomb, like all the components you have to see, like which components are going to be used at which sequences, right? So you have to fix that sequence of components also. When is going to be which component going to be used? For example, you're making a car and you're saying, okay, the first thing that I'm going to install is going to be tires. You can do that. The tire is a component of a car. That's also true. But does it make any sense to do it?
No.
No, right? Because
Yeah.
again, it will just hinder the process, and where will it hang? To assemble the tire, we need something like to hang to it. So we need a chassis on which we can actually hang to it, right? So some things
True.
at least needs to be started before. Then only you can go and your hang your tires. And even like tire is something basically you can add literally at the end, right? So so
Yes.
to ensure your work is happening in a scientific and least possible time, you have to make sure that your sequence of component is correct. Okay, so we
Okay.
ensure the sequence of component, then we ensure the sequence of machines also. That is also very important. Okay, now for example again of say making a car. Okay, let's say the first step is you are having multiple sheets and then you are molding them and welding them. Okay, and then you are paint like going to the paint and then making the surface ready for all the paint and everything and doing the paint, and then finally you
Hmm.
go to the assembly. Okay, now in this process, small process of 4 5 steps, if you say let I'm going to do the paint first and then I will do the welding. Does that make any sense?
No, that would
No,
ruin
right?
the paint, right?
Correct. So that would ruin the paint. That would again, the reason that we did the paint was to stop the, you can say corrosion, right? That's the whole idea. Even if it doesn't look good, the paint doesn't look good, the whole idea is to stop the corrosion on the car, right?
Yeah,
If you do that on top of it, like welding is a highly corrosive thing, like it will just trigger immediately if you don't handle it well, right? So it will just
true.
start the corrosion and ruin your car, right? So
Yes,
to 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 summarize, we have to ensure that machinery also, whichever we are using, it has to be in a sequential way, correct?
got it.
And
Yeah,
then comes the timing of it. Like everything that we are doing has to be done in a very specific time. You cannot just randomly do every process for a random time. Okay. For
yeah,
example, let's say you are making a cup of tea, right? Just a basic thing. If you have to like boil like and do the process, let's say you are supposed to boil for 5 minutes, and randomly you are someday boiling for 10 minutes, someday you are boiling for 15 minutes, someday you are boiling for 25 minutes, someday you are boiling only for 2 minutes. When you're randomly doing the timings of everything, the consistency of the product will not be the same, correct?
yes, agreed.
and
Yeah,
and if you don't know this timing also, that is also another thing. If you don't fix it, that is another problem. And if you even if you fix it and you don't know this timing, like the exact timing that needs to be that is done for that is needed for that process, if you don't know that, you will never be able to do the calculations for that operation. Like for
true.
example, I ask you to that you have to write a document, and each document take 1 hour, and you have to write 10 such documents. Okay. If you don't know the time of one document, how will you, if I tell you just you have to write 10 documents, you will never be able to tell me how much time it will take for you to complete those 10. So that will become
Yes.
ambiguous. You will never be able to do the huge calculations around it, right?
Mm,
So that timing is very important for us as well. And that we add as well in the process that we decide. And the name of that process in SAP is known as routing.
okay,
This is all these three data combining sequence of bomb, sequence of machines or work centers, and the timing of each of these operations or each of these machines. Okay, that all detail comes under this routing.
got it.
Without this data, let's say you're planning for your own company that we just decided right now. You don't If you don't know the materials, if you don't know the quantities, if you don't know how much your machine can work correctly, if you don't know the sequence of machine, like sequences of the process or operations that is to be done and how much each of that operation takes time, if you don't know any of these 4 5 things, will you be able to do any planning, or will you be able to commit to any customer that how much time it will take for you to deliver their order? Can you
No,
do that?
no.
No. And that's the problem we are solving here with the help of this data. So without this data, nobody can plan anything. So how can the SAP as a system can plan it for you, right? So
Mm,
that is what we call in SAP master data, and that's the significance of it. Okay.
okay,
Without all of this, we cannot actually do the planning. Any planning we cannot do from a
mm,
production planning perspective. Okay.
got it.
Make sense? Any questions so far?
Uh, one question I do have I have one question for you. So if you
Hmm.
go back to the previous slide, there was this like production version. So it was the
Hmm.
combination of BOM plus routing. So we have
Correct.
it was already covered in process sequence, right? So already routing is a part, like routing has BOM in it. So why we are having
Hmm.
again a production version like BOM plus routing? Can't we directly have a routing over there?
No, see, when you are making something, okay, you can have multiple versions of bomb. Just give me a
Okay.
moment. Yeah. So see, whenever you are making something, you can have multiple versions of it. Okay. Let's say you are making like even just from starting a basic thing like the food things, food items that you eat, right? So all of that,
Mm.
if you just add one or two component, one or two things extra, like let's say for example in India we have a ginger tea,
Yes.
right? So
Yeah.
that is in ginger that is not actually in the main, you can say, bomb of the tea, right? But you add that
Yeah.
additional, that becomes a different version of it. Similarly, you can add something else like some cinnamon or something like that, right? So those
Mm.
additional versions also are bomb of the same material. When you go
Yeah.
to any place, you have to order it, right? So that different bombs can be there for the same material. Similarly, the way you are making it can be also different based on like how much of the order is, how much is the like what is the, if some machine is not good, you can use other another one, right? And some different timings and some other things might be there for, you have to consider for that machine. So different processes can exist, different bombs can exist. So when you are going
Okay.
to make the do the production, you have to tell the system which combination of process and routing or bomb you have to pick up. If you are not giving that, system will be confused. Like I have let's say I have three bombs, three routings.
Mm-hmm.
I can have literally nine combinations of production that I can do. So how will I cover
Yes.
that? Which one to choose from?
Okay.
See, whenever you do the production, actual production in SAP, you have to actually give a combination of operation and bomb basically. So
Okay.
which combination to pick up? If you have three bombs, three routings, that clarity comes from the production version. Okay, you
Okay.
actually give those combinations a name, and when you are going for the production, that you can choose which that combination at the time of production.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
Mhm.
clear?
Okay, got it. Yeah. So yeah, I got you. But in the routing itself, we have bomb, right? So if we have a routing one, then it would have bomb one
Yeah.
in it. So like a routing can have different
No, no,
bombs,
no,
like
no.
a
Wait,
routing
wait, wait.
one. Yeah.
The way I'm saying, yeah, sorry to interrupt. The bomb that you're
Yeah.
saying is in the routing. Actually, it's actually not in the routing. It is that you're saying which component will go to which operation, or which
Okay.
component will be used for which in which operation. You are
Okay.
giving that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're using the bomb to create your routing. It's not that it's
Okay.
in the routing. Okay.
Okay.
Bomb you have to
Mm-hmm.
create separately only. It doesn't. It's not in the routing. Okay. You have to create a bomb first, and then based on that, your routing will be defined. See, whenever
Got
you
it.
make something, as I said, like when you are making a car, you have to define right which component will come first, and second, and third, and fourth.
Yes.
Right? You cannot have
Yeah.
just directly go for like every component I need at one single point of time. No, it is step by step process.
True.
Correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm trying to tell here. So that's why you need a
Mm.
production version also, so that you finalize which operation you are going to use. Okay.
Got it. Yes.
All right. Any questions, George? Anything from you? No. All right. Let's move ahead. So next we have is the sales and operation planning. Again, this is a topic where we have sort of an understanding and the start of you can say the planning, and this part is actually not that much used, but it is basically an initial stage of, you can say, long, or you can say a type of a long term planning. Okay, and this is the basis for, you can say, IBP module also. It is a separate thing right now, but this is sort of a starting point at times for the next thing that we are going to learn, that is the planning part. Okay, in the demand management. So this is one of the inputs in the demand management. So that's why I cover this as part of our course, so that you get an idea of what all can come as a source for us for planning. Okay,
Got
now
it.
there is a, like, one centralized big program in SAP which is known as MRP. Okay, material requirement planning. Okay, and we will be going a deep dive into this. How does the MRP work? What are the different ways that it works? Okay, what is the difference between classical MRP and the MRP live? We'll learn all of that. Moreover, we will understand how does it work. Okay, so just to give you one example. Okay, let's say you're having a house party at your home. Okay, you have invited 10 people over. Okay, and accordingly you have made food for all those 10 people. Okay, now remember, you have made one dish per person, like that. Now one of your friends says that, please, like, five of my more friends are coming, so please arrange food for them as well. Okay,
Got it.
now the question arises, how will you fulfill this extra requirement? So your current stock is, you can say, for 10 people, but your requirement has suddenly increased to 15 people. How will you ensure that you fulfill this extra five, uh, like, food requirement? People for five food. Sorry, food for five people. Okay. So
Yes.
how will you fulfill that? What are your options?
Maybe I will try to order something out from the restaurant, or
Perfect.
maybe, if possible, I will just make some uh, an alternative for that, which can be made at home really quickly,
Correct.
something like
So
that.
first option, if you are like, if you don't have enough time, you can order it from outside. Perfect. That is
Yeah.
one option. Second option is, if you cannot, if you have enough time and energy,
Yeah.
okay, and also the food
Mm,
items, more importantly, to make
true.
like five food for five more people, you can make at your home also, right?
Yeah.
Perfectly answered. Only these two options we have, right?
Yeah.
Similarly, in the industry, when you're dealing with these situations, like whenever you are planning for something, and you see what type of material it is. Okay, like if it is a raw material, you cannot produce it, right? You have to purchase it from
Yeah.
outside. So
True.
when the MRP will run, it will create a document which will help you to start the procurement thing. It can be like purchase requisition, or it can be a scheduling agreement line item or something like that. Okay, so it can be,
Okay.
it pushes you to start or automates you to start the procurement process, and it gives the quantity calculated and the time when it is needed. Okay, if it
Yes.
is something
Got it.
raw material or something you do not produce, if it is something which you produce on your own, for that also it will push something or give out something that will help you to start doing the production, and that is known as plan order.
Okay.
Okay, so it helps you do that, it will also contain the same thing, how much we need and when we need. Okay, and what we
Yes.
need is obviously, like, when we do the planning, that will be answered, right? So what is needed, when is needed, and how much is needed, all three questions answered with the help of this one single program, and it will check
Yep.
whether you are procuring it or you are making it. If you are making it, it will push a plan order for you. If you are purchasing it, it will push a purchase requisition or a schedule line agreement, agreement line item, or something else. I mean, if they,
Okay.
one or two things are possible, it can push for that also. Okay.
Got it. Mm-hmm.
That's how it works in short. Okay. Now this is a program that does the planning. Okay. But there is another thing which we have to consider, which is demand management. How does a demand can come and how can you manage it? What are the different ways to manage it? Okay. So for that, there are two terms in SAP which we call make to order and make to stock. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah, I have heard of it. Make to stock and make to order.
Okay. Okay. Josh, what about you?
I guess George is not in the call. I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm.
Okay. So if we understand the difference between these two, okay. So the first thing, let's start with the make to stock. Okay. How do we choose it and what are the rationale behind it? Okay. Let's understand that. Let's say you are planning for a okay. Let's say you are planning for a company which is in India. Okay. And let's say okay, we can take that example. There is a company called Nestle. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're planning for that. Okay, and what is the most famous product that they have? Like literally, that product can be found in any remotest areas of India as well.
Nestle Maggie that can be found anywhere in the
Perfect,
India. Yeah.
perfect. So now, if you imagine yourself as a planner for Maggie, okay, now just close your eyes. I'm going to put a situation for you. Let's say for 1 or 2 days, one or not days, 1 or 2 months, your number of sale order that is coming to you got dropped by 1 or 2%. Because of that, do you think you need to slow down your production?
No, I would not.
And the reasons would be
Because any day it's gonna pick up again, and it's like has a it has a long shelf life. So I would keep on making at the
correct,
same pace.
correct, perfect. Two perfectly answers, two perfect answers for us. But if you go a slightly more deeper to understand there are three reasons basically which comes out. Okay, the first is that this product is a very cheap product if you look at it, right? It's
Yes.
not very expensive, correct? The price
Yeah.
point of
True.
this product is very cheap. It's not like very expensive. Okay. Then the second one is the customization. Can you create a custom Maggie? No.
Yes. Yeah. At
No, wait.
home. Okay.
You at home, na, you forgot. I told you, na, you have to imagine yourself as a planner of Maggie.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So at home, you cannot make it, right? At home, you can make it,
Yeah.
but not at the
Yeah.
plant, right? Everywhere
Not
you
at the
have to
plant.
send the same Maggie.
Same
Even
Maggie.
if
Yes.
somebody is paying you for crores, right? Like even in India, like these Blinkit and this big stores like Reliance and this DMart and all, they are purchasing like in crores of Maggie, right? Every day. Even
Yeah.
they are
True.
getting the same Maggie, right? So
Yes.
nobody can get a customized Maggie,
True.
and that's the good point about it. Why? Everybody is getting the same. You don't have to change anything in your process. Everything will
Yes.
remain the same. So that
Mm-hmm.
is the second point. Third point is the demand predictability. Can you predict the demand of Maggie?
Mm, to be honest, no. I would say I'm not sure about that. Maybe maybe
Think,
if maybe if
think,
it's a
think
season
of
or
your
festival,
engineer brain.
yeah, yeah, maybe if it's a festival season, then it would not be that in a high demand. Like a Diwali, take an example of Diwali. During that festival, people would not be trying to eat Maggie a lot. Maybe, but during a holiday season where people are going to travel to maybe mountains, anywhere else, during that period, maybe people are going to hostels, the start of the college days, like maybe in June, July, August, that time the demand might rise. So maybe
Yeah,
that would be a
you are going to the perfect reasons, but those are actually not. If you think of the scale of Maggie, okay, actual scale
Mhm.
of the Maggie, you can find the Maggie even the like You might not find humans in some remote part of India, but you might find Maggie there.
Yeah.
Okay. So the think of the scale it is having. Okay. So
Mm.
all these things do not have an actual impact. You are saying that is correct for a normal product. Okay. For other products it can be true. Okay. For other noodle companies, it can be true as well. But especially for Maggie, it does not hold true. Why? The answer is you already have every year. You don't have to do all those things, right? You already
Yes.
have
That-
a history of sales every year
Mm.
on year.
True.
You can
Yes.
use that simply. You can add like
Yeah.
5 to 10% on top of it. Consider it
Mm.
like your you can say customer acquisition is increasing or the new generation that is coming, they're also eating Maggie, right?
True.
So like even my 2-year-old daughter now loves Maggie. So see, that's a new addition. Every year, every child is trying that and they are getting addicted to it, right? So
Yes.
the point is that is the base part. You can actually predict the demand of Maggie.
Mm.
Okay, since you have the
Got
data
it.
points of so many years, until and unless
Yes.
there is something big, something huge that comes out. I'm not sure if you remember or not. Around 2013 and 14, there was a huge, like you can say, mass issue. Like there was a issue reported in Maggie, and everybody like literally
Mm.
boycotted it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm. True.
so there was a lead issue. They were saying it was way above the
Mm.
limits. So
Yeah.
company had to stop producing until unless that type of thing comes. Okay, although
Yeah.
even in that situation, they found out some other use of the all the stock
Mm.
of Maggie. Okay, they used that
Mm.
Maggie things too for the cement production. Okay, so I got to know from one of my students. He told me that
Oh.
his relevant relative was there. They used
Mm.
all of those Maggie to produce the cement. Okay, but the point
Okay.
is
Okay.
you can predict the demand of Maggie.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah. Using the data set
even
from
with all
all the
those
data there.
layers. Correct.
Yeah. All the layers of
Correct.
data.
And adding on top of it 5 to 10%, and you can easily have your
Mm.
numbers. You don't have to rely on anything else, literally. Right?
Okay. Mm. True.
Now comes let's go to the complete opposite of it. Okay. What are the most expensive things that we can as a humans we can manufacture? Now think the
Uh,
term manufacture.
okay. Manufacturer, I would say something that is like really a diamond because that takes a lot of effort to manufacture, like the diamond cutting process, maybe some uh,
Yeah, but
aircraft, I would say,
let's
or defense materials.
yeah, so see air on diamond is still you can say something you found in the starting point is still in the nature, right? I'm saying
Yeah.
let's start from something we can actually manufacture, something which you can say, you do a mining and then you find the diamond and all, right? I'm saying let's
Yeah.
keep that aside. What nothing from the metals or ornaments. Like, to
Mm,
be honest, even diamond is not the most expensive thing. But what is
yeah.
the actual? If we go from that jewelry perspective, also there are some other things as well. Or like in the metal space, there are other things as well which are more expensive. But other than that,
Mm,
leave that aside.
maybe nowadays it would be the defense things like the defense aircraft
Correct.
or maybe the
Correct.
semiconductor chips.
Semiconductors are not expensive actually, yeah, but
Mm,
it is
yeah.
you can say like expensive right now because of the demand, but actually it's
Yeah.
not that expensive also. But if you correctly pointed out, the main thing is the defense things, right? The
Yeah.
fighter jets, right?
True.
The boats or
Mm,
the submarine, okay, even the
yes.
trains that we use, right?
Yeah.
Those are the most expensive things that we manufacture in the world.
Yes.
Another similar to it is like the this commercial airlines. Okay,
Mm,
now there are
mm.
two commercial airlines in the world which manufacture planes. You know the names?
Yeah, Boeing and the other one is Airbus, I guess. Boeing
Correct,
is one of them and Airbus, yeah.
correct. So these are the two major ones that are there out there right now. Now, considering that you are planning for, let's say, Boeing, okay,
Yeah.
and you are discussing, let's say, some orders with India, okay, and the client has not given you a written order so far.
Okay.
Based on the verbal communications, can you simply start the production?
No,
No. Why?
no, because it's a heavy expense, right? If we start producing
Correct.
it and if we don't sell it, then it would be a huge loss for the company.
Correct. That's the same thing we need to understand. Okay. So when you are
Yeah.
doing when you're doing this sales, right? So you have to understand that until and unless you have a sales order, you cannot start the production. And
True.
all those three reasons again come up. Why?
Mm.
First thing, the cost of the product that we discussed right previously. That was very cheap. This is very, very expensive, right? Second
Yes.
is the customization. That product
Mm.
was not customized at all. This is highly customized thing. Even the same
True.
plane in different airlines, you can see the difference, how the seats are done, how the spacing is done, right?
Yes.
So based on that,
Yeah.
you can actually see the difference. Or not
True.
just this, there's the seats. There are so many things inside the cabin that can be like customized and they can add additionally based on your requirements, right?
Yeah. True.
Correct. Third
Yes.
thing is which is customization. Third thing is the demand predictability.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so see in the normal scenarios we can predict the demand. If you keep thinking like everything is fine and hunky dory, it's you can do the prediction. But these things are having a huge geopolitical impacts. Okay,
Yes.
now a couple of days back, like 2 years back, actually, when this Air India and Boeing received huge orders from this sorry, not Air India, Airbus. So they
Mm.
both these companies received huge orders from Air India and Indigo from our airlines. And at that time, it was like one of the biggest orders so far. Okay, and I used to
Yes.
tell my students, see, we have given these orders, but the moment anything goes bad with any of these countries in relationships,
Yeah.
the first thing will be cancel these orders. Okay, and
True.
that's what actually happened last year when these tariffs and all were going on, right? The first thing
Yeah.
India did is to go to get back at America. They canceled the orders, started to cancel the
Oh.
orders. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that is
Yeah.
the thing. So I used to tell them like if any given point of time this will happen, and
Mm.
since the time I'm teaching for last 4 or 5 years, so in the last 2 years is my saying what like actual
Mm.
practical and we can see that it happened. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's what it is happening. So anything goes bad in these huge products when you're dealing with in the relationships, the complete deal might get off. So
Yeah.
you have to ensure that you plan accordingly. Okay, you manage your risk accordingly. Okay.
True. Mm.
Hmm. So demand predictability is actually very less, right? If you look at it.
Yes.
And considering these three scenarios, these three parameters, you cannot actually start your production until unless you have a sure production order, right?
Yes.
And that's why this process is known as make to order.
Yeah.
And
Got
the
it.
previous Maggie example that we took, that is known as make to stock. Okay,
Got it. Got it. Hmm.
I hope you are able to
Yeah.
understand now. So see,
Yeah.
these type of business scenarios we have to understand and take care when we are actually doing the demand management for any client. How their
Mm.
products are getting produced, how they're manufacturing it. Okay, if let's say one part is getting produced somewhere, one getting is produced somewhere, how are they merging it? How they will bring all of them together. So all of that process, planning and everything comes and gets done finally in this demand management. Okay.
Yes. Got it. Yep.
Then we will also learn batch management and batch determination. Have you worked on this batch management? This
Yeah.
batch.
So being an end user over here, I have
Hmm.
not configured it, but I know how it is being managed in my particular organization. and how
Mm,
we are determining the batch. So I
yeah.
know how do they do that, but I'm not
So
configured it from a SAP consultant point of view.
yeah. So we will learn that only. Okay. We will learn how does the batch getting created in different ways. Okay. And then if the batches are created, okay, how
Hmm.
do you automate the selection of the batch? Okay, that
Okay.
also we can learn. We'll completely do the complete setup, like it is 3 hours of thing, 3 to 4 hours
Hmm.
of thing, like complete basics, so you can understand it thoroughly.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
then using these same things like we characteristics class and all of this, sort of the same thing, we will also learn the variant configuration. Okay, have you heard of
Hmm.
this variant configuration?
Variant configuration. Um, no, I have not seen that variant configuration.
Okay,
No.
so this is basically variant configuration is basically like, for example, let's say you are having a product which
Hmm.
is having multiple variants. Like let's say, for example, in India, you can say like for a car, you can have multiple variants, right?
Yes.
Petrol,
Yeah.
diesel, gas, right? All of those options
Hybrid.
are there, right? Hybrid. So
Mm.
let's say you are having a car which is having three colors, okay,
Yes.
or let's say five colors, and then you have three types of engine: petrol, diesel, and gas. Let's keep it simple only for now.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many combinations of bomb you will have to maintain for these two conditions?
Three, right? Because it's like a petrol, gas, and
No, no,
diesel
no. I'm saying combinations.
combinations. Um,
Yeah.
so there can be bomb one, bomb two, bomb three, and then routing one, routing two, routing three.
No,
So
no, no, no. Wait. I have five colors and
yeah,
three types of engine. As a
so that would be like
product, uh, how many combinations
five,
can be existing for
15.
these two conditions?
Five threes are 15, right?
Yeah, correct. 15. If I add another condition on top of it, let's say I have transmission also, automatic and manual. How many
Yeah,
combinations it will become now?
then it would be 30.
30. So imagine 30 combinations you have to create bomb and routing.
Okay.
It will be really difficult to manage, right? So
Yes.
to reduce that pain, there is a feature called variant configuration where you just have to maintain one bomb, one routing, and everything is maintained in that only. Okay. And
Mm-hmm.
then you can easily get a okay, and then based on that you can easily get an idea that whenever you will create a sales order, you just have to mention which color, which engine, and which transmission. Automatically, your production order will have the bomb and routing according to your selected conditions.
Okay, okay, got it.
That's what we need to learn. And this is a very advanced thing, like not a lot of people know about it. Okay. So we'll learn all of that, how to set it up, what are the things we need to put in. Okay. So that whenever the
Okay.
time comes, you can do that as well. Okay.
Mm. Got it. Got it.
Then
Yes.
capacity planning, like we have learned, like there can be multiple machines. How are the capacity getting generated? How do we do the evaluation, right? How do we ensure that each of the machine that we are dealing with is having enough capacity for us to work? Okay.
Yes. Got it.
Then we have production order. So there is like complete production order cycle we will learn. Okay. How does a complete
Mm.
production order cycle works? How the scheduling works? How does the reporting work? Okay. How does the mass changes work? All of this we will learn. Okay. Additionally, like some additional things like as part of the production order cycle itself, we will learn how the plan orders are created. Okay. How
Mm.
there is the production order confirmation? What is the goods movement, like goods issue, goods receipt, right? How does order settlement look like? And what are the different inventory related T codes for relevant for SAP PP, right? So we'll cover all
Yeah.
of that. Okay.
Got it.
Then we will also cover repetitive and process. Okay.
Mm.
So we can have like multiple different types of processes in SAP, right? Like different
Mm.
areas like discrete, repetitive process. I hope you are aware of it, right?
Yes.
So we will so everything we will cover in discrete. but this repetitive event process we will cover as well separately so that you can understand the differences between the others. There are hardly some differences which you can, if you know it, at when the time comes, you can easily switch to the other process also, so that it is not a hindrance for you. Okay, as a
Got
consultant when you are working out there. So what are the
mhm.
differences in master data? What are the different T codes? Like all of that we will learn. Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
Then configuration, again, as I said, like we cover all the configuration. TR management, like a lot of people don't work, like you already know TRs, right? So
Mhm.
we don't have to work on that. But the other part, like how the enterprise structure is there, like and everything is done, that we will
Mhm.
maintain here. Okay. Then some
Mhm.
additional topics like some factory calendar or mass changes like LSMW or LTMC, background
Mhm.
jobs. Have you worked on background jobs?
Yeah, I have worked on background jobs, the
Yeah, so
SM37 background jobs. We schedule
correct.
those to run on daily basis or maybe
Yeah,
once in
correct.
every
Based on
six
the
hours.
frequency. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe not that, but like other things like this integration with QM, SD,
Mhm.
MMFI, right? This I can do.
Yeah.
Some bash derivation also we can see. I'm not sure if you have
Okay.
heard of it, bash derivation. Okay.
Uh,
So
yeah.
it is basically like copying the characteristics from one batch to another batch for a specific type of
Okay.
transaction.
Got
Okay.
it.
It can be like activated for multiple different types of it. But yeah, this is also can be used in some business scenarios required.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Fury apps I've mentioned, but like, yes, you have worked in S4HANA only, right?
Yeah, I worked with
Yeah.
S4HANA.
So you must have seen the Fury apps also by now. So it's for
Yeah.
usually all those
Mm-hmm.
people like, who haven't seen Fury so far. So yeah, basically all of
Mm-hmm.
this will cover as part of the course.
Yes.
Any other questions? Any other doubts that you have?
Yeah. I have one question. So at the very bottom, I saw you wrote like integration of PP with SD,
Other
MM, QP,
modules.
QM, and
Correct.
other modules.
Yeah.
So how would that be like how like where does that come into picture for SAP consultant? Like for
Because
PP consultant, does he need had to
mhm.
work with the SD consultants to integrate that? Like or how is it?
Yeah. So as I said, the demand management part, thus how the demand will come from the sales.
Okay.
How will you manage that demand? Correct.
Mm.
And when
Yes.
the demand is managed, how will you source that material? Where will that come from? MM,
Mm.
purchasing or
Okay.
movement from some other plants. MM. How does the
Got it.
costing will get captured when you will create a production order or any or how does
Mm.
how does the costing of a production order? See, everything that is you are producing has to captured as a cost,
Yeah.
and then they can
Yes.
calculate on top of it their profit, right? So
Yeah.
all that aspect, how is our process like impacts their work, that we will need
Mm.
to understand. There is one more
Got it.
written here, EWM, which is not written here. EWM is also very common out there. So I will show you how the
Yeah.
EWM. So this most of the things you will see as part of the regular course itself. QM
Mm.
and EWM are slightly different. I'll show you them. I'll show them separately. Okay.
Okay.
I'll show the complete cycle also for QM, like how does a production order create QM quality management lot, inspection lot, and how to clear it, everything. I'll show you from here. With EWM, I can show you like what is the integration point that if you are asked to do, how will you activate it and how does it impact for your production. So just that's what
Oh,
we'll cover. Initial,
got
I
it.
mean, the complete cycle might not be able to do it because the servers are not that good,
Mhm.
but yeah, I can show you at least how does it how does it activate and what you need to do if they come to you for an integration. Okay,
Okay. Got it. Yes.
right. That is all from my side.
Mhm. Yep.
Anything you want to ask?
Yeah, that's it. Right now, I'm good. Maybe if there are any further questions, I'll reach out to you, Hitesh.
Sure, sure. Okay,
Yeah.
then, Sai, we can close the call.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. George has to drop the call because I had got a different call. Yeah, maybe I'll share
Okay.
the recording. He'll follow the rest of the missing session.
Sure, sure.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Yeah. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yep.